Jane's addiction as we know it is officially over, according to guitarist Dave Navarro. In an interview with guitarplayer.com from May 17, 2025, just a few days ago as of this posting, Dave Navarro stated, quote, "There's no chance to ever play together again." Now that's interesting given the fact that earlier this year it was reported that the band was in fact making new music just without Perry Farrell. This was reported by major outlets like Rolling Stone, Billboard, and Kerrang. So does this mean that the new music the band was working on is completely scrapped? Certainly seems that way. Here's more of what Dave Navarro said on May 17th to guitarplayer.com. Quote, "There's no chance for the band to ever play together again. I have to say that's my least favorite gig, the one where the fight happened, without throwing animosity around and without naming names and pointing fingers and coming up with reasons. I'll just say that the experience prior to that gig, when we were in Europe and gelling really for the first time, because at our ages, in our 50s and 60s, everybody's done what they're going to do. And we weren't competitive with each other. We were getting along. There was no ego issue. It was just four guys making great music, just like we did in the beginning. It was just us on a stage with people going crazy. And that gig, September 13th in Boston, ended all of that. And for that reason, it's my least favorite gig I have ever played." End quote. So just to recap, what exactly did happen at that Boston gig last year in 2024? The question is, why did Perry Farrell attack Dave Navarro? Perry's wife posted the following explanation on her Instagram. "Rather than speculating, I thought to post a first-person account of what happened on stage with Jane's Addiction last night at the LeNoble Pavilion in Boston. Who? Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro. How? Clearly, there had been a lot of tension and animosity between the members. The magic that made the band so dynamic. Well, the dynamite was lit. Perry got up in Dave's face and body-checked him. Why? Perry's frustration had been mounting. Night after night, he felt that the stage volume had been extremely loud and his voice was being drowned out by the band. Perry had been suffering from tinnitus and a sore throat every night. But when the audience in the first row started complaining up to Perry, cussing at him that the band was playing too loud and that they couldn't hear him, Perry lost it. For his part, Dave Navarro posted this on his Instagram. Due to a continuing pattern of behavior and the mental health difficulties of our singer Perry Farrell, we have come to the conclusion that we have no choice but to discontinue the current U.S. tour. Our concern for his personal health and safety as well as our own has left us no alternative. We hope that he will find the help he needs. We deeply regret that we were not able to come through for all our fans who have already bought tickets. We can see no solution that would either ensure a safe environment on stage or reliably allow us to deliver a great performance on a nightly basis. Our hearts are broken, Dave, Eric, and Stefan." For his part, Perry Farrell did take responsibility for what happened. He released the following statement. "This weekend has been incredibly difficult, and after having the time and space to reflect, it is only right that I apologize to my bandmates, especially Dave Navarro, fans, family, and friends for my actions during Friday's show. Unfortunately, my breaking point resulted in inexcusable behavior, and I take full responsibility for how I chose to handle the situation. What do you guys think? Is this the end of Jane's Addiction?" Jane's Addiction longtime guitar tech Dan Cleary, who's been with the band for 17 years, has said that the band is over. Dan Cleary stated that the band is over during an episode of Rare Form Radio. This is some of what Dan had to say. "I know this band is over with, but I really do hope that Perry's able to figure things out. I think that Perry's apology that was posted on Instagram was heartfelt, and I know that for sure because I've checked in and I know that he's hurting. He's going to go through that for a while, and it sucks, but I do hope he gets the help. And I appreciate all that he and his wife Eddie have done, and what the band has done. I just hate that at the moment, this is what Jane's is going to be known for. This ended on nobody's terms. It feels like losing someone in a car accident." Dan was one of the guys who got on stage to stop Perry after he attacked Dave. This is him in the baseball cap. "I'm tuning a guitar when I see the push. Guitar comes right off and I make a beeline for both these guys. And here is where it gets real sad. I love Dave and it felt like seeing a little kid getting bullied on the schoolyard for something he didn't do. To see that happen just triggered something in me. I'm not going to let this happen to this guy." Bassist Eric Avery had the same feeling. We were all trying to protect Dave. Eric Avery punched Perry in the stomach a few times after getting him in a headlock on stage. Regarding why he did that, Dan said Eric said the following to him. I didn't know how to get his attention. I had to get his attention to try to stop him from going towards Dave again. According to Dan, Perry did take another swing at Dave backstage and hit him in the face. If you'd like to see the interview of Dan Cleary on Rare Form Radio, the link is available in the description box below. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more, lots to come.